Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support.
Yeah, in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's
name out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's
name out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife. Wife's name out of
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper, but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now, y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised...
So this was my original outline that I did myself when I started shopping the book in December 2021. But I had this box just full of notes and full of writings that I had been collecting, creating the theme of the book, my journey from unlovable to lovable. So here's my box. This is where I collected all my thoughts. Look at all this paper. Just anything I was thinking about. I was like, I just need one space to just put everything. I might pop up in the middle of the night and have a thought, and I would just throw it in this box. That was part of my creative process. It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be organized. Just one place to put everything. And if you hear Bandit in the video, it's because he's right here with me. Man, I feel like I've been sitting in labor pains for the last week, waiting for this baby to be delivered. And it's not going to be delivered until October 17th. So I got 10 more days of this labor pain. But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you out there that have been on this journey with me since day one. And your support has been like oxygen for me in times that have been so difficult, times that you don't even know. And you're about to see that your support was not in vain. And you're also about to see how one of the most famous red tables of all time, how I assisted in a false narrative about myself that created a huge misunderstanding between myself and the public, which also created a lot of judgment and assumptions about a whole lot of other things. But you're about to see what self-betrayal looks like, and that's on me. That's on me. But this book, Worthy, is a journey towards self-love and self-worth out of some really tumultuous situations. So I just want to say thank you to all of you out there who've been with me on this ride. And I hope to see you at some of these talks in some of these cities. Man. All right, you guys, this is The first time I'm going to see the book. We're all together. I have not seen the book yet. We just got the first time.
Is really standing out. No, this is how I'm being born. I just flipped straight to this page. Really? Yeah. Will and I are in bed in a rented villa in Cobble San Lucas. It's late summer, 1997.
Jada, you flipped straight to that page?
I'm pregnant. Will and I are, yeah. Oh my God, this is when I showed up.
There's so much cool stuff about this book. I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys for being so supportive. Absolutely. I know I checked out for a little while. Yeah. This was hard work. It was hard work.
Real.
Jada. My new baby.
Talk to him low.
So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great day. Let me know how you feel about Will Jada separating for 7 years. Will Jada and the altercation on the award show. Should they have said something 7 years ago? Their relationship. But everybody feels that she's selling a book and she's embarrassing him. And if you're at the red table, just let people know that's why you were with August, is because you were separated and you weren't in a relationship with your husband anymore. I think everybody's kind of like shocked but not shocked, and we kind of thought, but then it's like if you're married but you moved on to a 20-something-year-old, I think that's what people aren't thinking about. She went from a husband that was a provider, a dad, decent, seemed like he wanted to be married in a relationship, but she just never seemed to be happy, at peace, content with Will. So after 1, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they seemed happy. But if you didn't want to be married and you didn't want to walk down the aisle and you didn't want to and you didn't want to and you didn't want to, then you see the anger in a person saying, my life could have been different. My situations could have been different. And you see in the video, the family looks happy. They're at peace. They support each other. If she would have separated from Will and dated August, could August have given her what Will gave her? A safe home, an environment. But she was saying, the house wasn't for me. You built this house for you. So it's like, what did you want, Jada? And remember how Will has said, Jada, I'm tired of trying to make you happy. I'm tired of trying to please you. And that's why he's moved on. Who knows who he's dating? Will they stay married in the conventional? Because she didn't think about conventional marriage anyway. Maybe it's just a piece of paper to her. But will they actually get a divorce? Up to them. Who is Will dating? Where is Will living? Are the kids with Will? Are the kids on their own? Are the kids in different cities, states? You know what I'm saying? They're older. But the biggest thing is, a lot of people are attacking, saying things about Jada of humiliation, and it continues because Will says, once we're married, we're married. You're on that side of the house, I'm on this side of the house. I'm not getting a divorce again. And if you had already divorced your first wife and you didn't want to get married, and she had said, why make me stay in a situation I am miserable in? So you went from that, of her telling you that, to Jada basically saying the same thing. I don't get it. Why not? Why isn't Will being around people that love, support, want him around? That's the other question. And when your first wife divorced you on Valentine's Day, you got a separation, the divorce papers are final, they're signed, 5 days later, you call Jada. You jump from one situation to a woman that didn't want to be with you to another woman that didn't really want to marry you, but she did. And she was ill, and the mom actually almost did everything for the wedding, and Jada just showed up. And allegedly, she said, in her own words, she cried most of the day. She cried going down the aisle. At one point, Will said Jada cried for almost 45 days straight. And then Will just said, I felt like I was failing miserably. If she was that upset, that unhappy, is that when they said, okay, if you're this unhappy, let me go. Let me go do me. You do you. But now she's free to date who she wants. Remember the situation with Mark Anthony. Remember the situation with August Alsina. Remember when Will was in movies and he liked his co-stars. Well wishes. That's why people are saying, who's worse, Will and Jada? Blueface Krishan. Move on. Find the joy. Find the happiness. On the red table, just say, well, you have to understand. We were separated. We weren't together. I was free to do whatever because we've been separated for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. The Hawthorne situation was enough. I remember that distinctly. And I remember the show getting canceled. And why did the red table get canceled? Is it because of what Will did at the awards? Well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, have a great weekend.